Welcome back, my peeps. All right, some that still connected.
Hello.
Yeah, it's fine. Is Zen in? Zen? Zen, are you back?
I'm here. Can you hear me, guys?
Yeah, you can go on.
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you, Zen.
All right.
Bluetooth mode. Connected.
Finally.
All of you.
Yeah.
Hi, hello guys. Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
Hello.
How are you?
We are well. How are you?
There.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
Hi. Is everyone back?
I'm sure everyone is back.
Right. Are we going live? Are we going 1, 2,
Yeah,
1, 2, 1, 2?
You can continue when on your side. Mina ngizoba writing up. That's
All
what.
right. And then we were still speaking to Always, right? So we're moving to Makoro, right?
Hi.
Hi, Makoro.
Hi guys, I'm Hadio from Lesotho. I'm a graphic designer. Currently working on hopefully an idea that will change Africa.
Wow.
That's great.
It will happen. Has everybody else done an introduction? Let me see. I saw Dalukolo. Is Dalukolo here? And then after Makoro, we've got Ben. Ben, is Ben going to do an intro?
I know. Ben is my producer, guys. He can't.
Okay. And then we've got the Sakai president, guys, Mr. Romeo Ramuwada.
Welcome, President. Finally, we have.
Welcome.
Okay, guys. Then, just a bit, everybody who is not actually part of South Africa, Romeo, he is one of the biggest presidents in South Africa, whereby he's actually managing a lot of, actually more than 1 million of artists in the country. So yeah, he's a very important man, and we are very honored to have him tonight. So thank you.
Can you speak, Mr. President? Mr. President, can you say something?
Yeah, no, thank you very much for welcoming me to this very important program that talks to young creative women in particular in Africa. I think what is very inspiring to see women doing things and not only just depending on men. As men who are here, I think we're going to be listening so that we're able to learn and do things that inspire hope and action and encourage women to become greater. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. President. And then we're moving right along to Sia. Sia, a bit of introduction. We'd like to know what you're doing. What are you about? Please tell us more. Sia? Sia is still quiet. Sia is still quiet. We're going to move on to Dalukolo Kusha. We've had Dalukolo on I think last week when we were discussing the roots of gender-based violence. He raised some very valid points, and Dalukolo, an introduction from you will be appreciated.
Okay. Hi guys. I hope you can hear me clearly.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Greetings to everyone, and thank you for the invite tonight. Yeah. I'm Dalu Kolo. I'm from Cape Town. I'm an artist. I play pretend, which is more acting. I do theater and I do film. Yeah, I've done some work, and yeah, I think that's all about me.
All right. Thank you, Dalukolo. We've got a lot of people that are coming in. Just an introduction while we're still waiting for Evhá so that we all go live. And then we're moving to Sizzy. Sizzy, hello. Sizzy, can you say something? All right, Sizzy's quiet. And then we're going to move to Mr. Kolani, Mr. Soulful, Ngobaza.
Hi there.
How are you doing, Ngobazana? An introduction, what do you do? We work with Soulful, Mr. Soulful on Amber Tunes. He's also a TV presenter, but let him speak for himself. Mr. Soul, it's on you.
Hi guys.
Soulful? All right. We've lost Soulful, and then we're going to move to some names are written differently. I think Gladstone. See, we did not introduce yourself. We'd like your introduction.
Oh, okay. My name is Gladstone. Greetings from Ghana. I'm from Ghana, actually.
All the way from Ghana. How is Ghana today? How is Ghana?
Ghana is fine. Everybody's fine. We are just trying to observe the safe protocol and by the president's rules. But Ghana is fine. We are trying to kick off very soon in our theater in Ghana here.
Nice. What does Gladstone do in the creative arts and industry?
Okay, I'm a full theater practitioner. I'm into events organizing for theater, both dance, music, and drama. So comprise everything about theater. I'm into it. Wow. So that's what I do in Ghana, Charlie.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Gladstone. We're going to learn a lot of things today. We've got different people in different sectors, creative arts and industry. I'm so happy. This is going to be interesting. And then we're moving to Koketso. They come in and then they come in and then they go. I'm trying to hold them. Evhá, you let me know when you can move, but then let's move to Kid OG. Kid OG, speak to us.
Okay. I hope you can hear me clearly.
Yes, we can.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right, my name is Lucas Phillips. I go by the stage name Kid OG. I'm from Namibia, and I'm a musician. So my genres are hip hop and kwaito. Thank you.
Namibia in the house, guys. Namibia. All right, thank you so much, Kid O. And then we move to there's this KXT47. There's no name written. It's just KXT47. Is this KX? KX, please unmute. Yeah. Please unmute.
KX, uyasabu KX.
Ungasabi KX sisonke.
Yini phela.
Skasaba. An introduction, Mr. KX. What do you do? Who are you in the creative industry?
Oh. Yeah, coming.
All right. And then we're going to move to, are we live now?
Zen?
Yes.
Can I say something first? Ne?
No
Just
problem.
simple thing right now. Guys, in order so that you can have a proper network and hear everything properly, when someone is speaking, please mute your mic, and then when it's your time to speak, you can unmute your mic, please, guys, because that thing also disturbed the network on other people's phone, and yeah, that's one thing I wanted to say. When I said, people, please, if you're not speaking, please unmute mute your mic. Even your video, sometimes you can do that. Thanks.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Soulful. Evhá, I see that we're live now. Should we start?
I'm just waiting for my producer to finish off something. Just one more person.
One more introduction. Koketso Peter, do we have you? Koketso, going one, going twice, going thrice. We move along to
Koketso is available.
Right. Yes, Koketso.
Yeah, what do I do in the industry? I'm thinking of a you know. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Koketso.
Yeah.
You can continue, my brother.
Hello.
We can hear you.
Yes, go on. We can hear you.
Yeah. I am into acting, but I haven't got anything concrete in the moment.
Okay.
You, Koketso. We wish you all the best in your acting industry. It is possible. You just need to work hard. Don't think about if you love it. You just need to go for it, right? And then we move right along to Atenkosi, Galaxy 830. Are you there? Atenkosi's Galaxy 830. Going once, going twice. And then everybody's done an introduction, eh? Am I missing anyone? Tando has done an introduction. Susie did not reply. Susie, are you there? Hello? All right. And then I think everybody has done an introduction. So while we're still waiting for the producer to
I think it's done.
do we go? He's done.
I think so. Because he has handed over my thing. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, good evening once more. And those who've just joined in, I just want to welcome you all. We really appreciate that you guys who took some time to join us tonight. It's a great pleasure and honor for all of us, honestly speaking, to be hosting you tonight. And I know that in South Africa, we are celebrating the Women's Month. Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
All right.
Yes, we can get you.
Yeah. I know that in South Africa, we are celebrating a Women's Month. But I know some other countries, we're not celebrating that as yet. But you know what? I always believe that women are celebrated every day. I mean, without us, what can you do, guys? If we without us, what can you do? They always say a home without a mother or a home without a woman. I mean, it's so empty and quiet and boring. And I know
without women, we will not stress.
Emmanuel, what are you trying to say?
I can tell that today I'm hosting artists, people who can talk for themselves, people who always have reasons. But anyway, it's fine. It's okay because I know we are sometimes a headache, but a very good headache. If you were to think about it, we are a very good headache. We started a bit off late. Right now, we're like 30 minutes behind. So we're just going to try and rush things through a little bit. And the other thing is we have about 11 guests that we're supposed to have on the show. And I must address this before we even go forward. Some of the artists that we're supposed to have on the show, they are having technical problems. I don't know if it's only, let me see, is it only Africans? Yeah. Okay. I don't know if it's only Africans that are using the Zoom because my people from USA, my people from Germany, my people from India, they are struggling to actually connect. But I'm just going to do the introduction just to show you guys who we're going to have tonight on the show, even though they're going to come in late because I told them, please upload the app and you will join us on the journey. This train is moving. So just allow me to introduce my colleagues first before we move forward. I have Zen. Zen, I think she connected Kavuyo. There she is, the dreadlock lady. She's not from Jamaica, she's from South Africa. I don't know, she decided to. There she is. That's my lady over there. She's my colleague, my friend, my sister, my spiritual partner, but not partner in the other way. I said spiritual. Yeah,
hey, Zen.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Zen. Just wait for everybody. So that's Zen Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen. And then my other co-host is Tando Stevens from Eastern Cape. Where is Tando? Can you please wave to everybody? Tando, if you're there. Yeah, Tando, we see you. And then there he is. He's wearing a pink and purplish jacket. I don't know if they told you what does the color purple mean if your man is wearing it. But anyway, let's leave that.
Wow.
We're gonna leave that for another time. That's Tando. Tando, he's a radio host. He is a radio host from the News Vision. They are currently now on a break because of the COVID-19. But yes, professionally, he's a radio host. He's an artist. He's a man of so many bashes on his shoulder. Swag as well. He knows the swag. Tonight is presenting the Eastern Cape, and that is so good. And then we have another lady, very beautiful. I'm trying to locate her on my screen right here. Tumelo Mutine. Tumelo, where are you? I don't see you on my screen. Oh, there she is, right up there on top. Yeah, my lady, what's up? So that is Tumelo right there. She's reaching Tumelo Mutine. She's going to be our co-host as well tonight. And GudTV Africa decided to give a lot of people a chance because they always see myself and Zen on the screen or Soulful Acts. We thought, no, let's just give other people a chance to come and present here. Now, Tumelo Mutine, she's not from South Africa. She's all the way from Lesotho, and that's why we decided to rope her in, mainly because this is not a South African program. It is owned by South Africans, but we are actually a big family as Africans. And then we decided, let's also go abroad and invite guests and feel what does Africa feels like. And the reason why you saw a lot of people on our list. Just to get this thing started, I just want to take you through the list of our artists that we're supposed to have tonight. Even though some are still struggling, I think they will find us on the way. So it's okay. Please alert me if you can see on the screen my presentation. Can you all see it? Can we all see it?
Not yet.
Still loading. Still loading. Still loading.
Okay, it's still loading. All right. If you see it, just do your hands like this, nah? I need you guys to mute yourselves. So whenever I ask a question, just do this, and then whoever wants to talk, I'm gonna tell the person to just unmute herself or himself. Are we good?
Okay. Yeah.
So can we all see? If you can see, just raise your hand. Okay, I see majority of you guys can see, which is very good. Right. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. So our topic for today is Global Creative Arts Dialogue 2020. And the reason why we have written artist voices is because we are not going to do a lot of talking as presenters. We're going to allow the artists to do the talking. And I know a lot of people that are saying, but why GudTV, you're not celebrating this month? This is our celebration. Earlier on, I've attended a show by Sarchive. It's the ladies from Sarchive. It was hot. It was heated. It was informative, educational. And I thought to myself and my team to say, you know what? As much as there's a lot of programs that are happening in South Africa celebrating women and only inviting women, let's rather also invite men, because the issues that we are tackling as women, they also involve men. And some of our excitement, our celebrations, our achievements, there's a man behind us. So why not? And today I thought also, instead of just having general, have artists. Let's have both men and female that are in the artistic world to come and celebrate this. And we talk about our industry, we talk about our challenges. And some of the things that we really want to tackle is, what are we going through as artists across Africa, across the world, now that the COVID-19 is really attacking us? And just be honest with each other, guys. I know times we put on our swag on stage, we have been seen by people, but that is not us. We were human before artists. So I would appreciate if today we just, take off our hats of being celebrities, be human. Because at the end of the day, when you go home, Trevor says, when you go into the toilet, it's such a beautiful thing, because everybody, when they get inside the toilet, they are reminded how all of us are equal. When you do, all of us, we do that. There's no one who can tell me, you go inside the toilet and you go, Unamanga. When you do number 5, not number 1, you go like, so we all get to be reminded that we are all human. So today, I just want us to go back to our own personal toilets on the show, all right? And just be human. Forget about being famous. Forget about you being celebrity. Forget about you having a lot of money than the other person. Just be human. In that way, I believe we are able to share, we are able to help one another, and we are able not to threaten each other. Other people on the floor, they're able to ask you if you're a guest. And even if you are a guest, there are things that are missing in you. You are able to ask people on the floor to assist you to become even more better than Jay-Z or Beyonce. So do you agree, my people? Right? Good. So this is our topic. We are actually being powered by the Department of Arts and Culture in South Africa, and SAL is our company which deals with training. So I'm not going to dwell much on those, but I just want to move forward so that my screen is frozen, my people. Why are you threatening my screen? Hey, why are you threatening my screen? Okay, I'm not too sure why it's, okay. Oh, there you go. The first person we have on the list, we just thought, since you are back at home, we have invited you as the host. We're gonna start with the first person who is from South Africa. His name is DJ Costa. DJ Costa, he's all the way from the Eastern Cape. The screen keeps on getting stuck. I'm not too sure why. So DJ Costa is a DJ. He started his music journey like a long time ago, more than 10 years back. And these are the people, some of the big people in South Africa that he has worked with, Ushaka from the Queen and Temba no Femele. He appears on Mubango and Generation, as we all know. And for those who don't know what is Mubango and Generation, it's one of our biggest soapies on screens in South Africa, right? And then next we have, yeah, but I want technology. Hey, yeah. We don't know why things are getting stuck. I guess my presentation is too huge. It's not gonna stop me. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna go randomly because I know my people. We also have Cassie Dredd. Cassie Dredd, he's from Southern Cameroon. He's an artist. I think earlier on, those who logged in earlier, they actually had a chat with him. You had an opportunity to have a chat with him. He's a very nice guy. He's been working with the likes of Zita Light, Yogometa, all these big people from Cameroon. And as you can see, I like the fact that today, Cassie Dredd, as much as he's wearing his swag, he has forgotten that he's a celebrity in Cameroon. And that's what I like. My brother, welcome to South Africa, welcome to Africa, and welcome to... I really appreciate it, okay. And then I'm gonna go to, let me just write them so that I don't forget. I'm gonna go to Gladstone and Kwakume. I don't know if I'm pronouncing your surname right. So Gladstone, he hails all the way from Ghana. I had a chance to meet with Gladstone like long time ago. This guy, he's a very hard worker. He's a choreographer, he's an entrepreneur, he's a theater practitioner, he's a community builder, he gives a lot of things to his community. He deals with a lot of projects in his country. He is from the royal family. You know, the king blood is just in him. And I think that's why he is doing a lot by helping people out there. And they normally host an annual festival, the biggest annual festival in Ghana, where they're inviting a lot of artists across the world. COVID-19, it actually made me to not go to Ghana, but next time I will get it right. I will get it right. So Gladstone, I don't know if you can show your face, just wave your hand so that people can see you. Welcome, my brother. Welcome to Africa, welcome to the world, and welcome, most importantly, to our show. Right?
Thank you.
Very much welcome. And then, let me see, and then we have Katleho. Katleho, because my side is giving me a problem. I know yesterday you told me, if I want you to call me by my stage name, but I'm gonna say today, the reason that I have actually memorized your biological name, that says a lot. So Katleho is all the way from Lesotho. And I will allow him to unmute his mic just to share with us his stage name. I know it's AK something. Timelo, Katleho, are you there? Just unmute your mic, Katleho. Okay, while he's still struggling, Katleho is from Lesotho. He does hip-hop music, and I love his style, but they are one big family, and I think his family has joined him right now. My things got stuck. Now I don't have that information that I need. Anyway, it is fine, but they sing hip hop. They also mix a little bit of tepe right there and there. And yeah, they have actually done quite a number of videos as well as a family. I just don't have the name here as well because of my presentation. But later on, we will still get to ask him questions and he will respond to those questions that I'm not able to answer to now. And then, let me see, Katleho. And then we have the gentleman from India by the name of Ajay. Yeah, Ajay Adas. And if you go on Facebook or any social media handle, he goes by the name of Crazy Boy, AKA Crazy Boy. So he's a street dancer. But as we all know, Africans, the way we dance, we are so crazy. We just go crazy as we dance. But then Indians, you know, yeah. So his street dance, it's slightly different. And what I tried to do was, you know, for him to resonate with us, I asked him, please just come up with a dance that we can relate to as Africans. So he went and mixed a little bit of hip hop and a bit of Indian right there. You know, maybe later on, if this thing doesn't get stuck, I will get to show you guys the video. So I really appreciate the fact that he just went all out and said, okay, fine, for you Africans, I can do whatever. So he's quite famous in India. The name of the village where he comes from is very hard. It's on the program, so my thing is stuck. And he does a lot of empowering programs. He has the school where he teaches young people how to dance, just like we also do it here at home. Just like Gladstone is also doing the same. Later on, I'll show you one of his dances. Wow, the dancers from Ghana, they are something else. So Gladstone, just to inform you, my brother, you are the one who motivated Idas to come up with his choreography, because he watched your dancer and he said, oh my God, this is so good, but let me try, you know? So big ups to you guys in Ghana, big ups to you guys. So welcome AX if you are on the line, but then if you're not, it is still fine. We still welcome you, right? If you're watching on Facebook. And then moving forward, we've got Gomez Oba. Gomez Oba, he hails all the way from Southwest Cameroon. He is the biggest artist also in Cameroon. Well, I was corrected last time that there's a difference between Southern Cameroon, Southwest Cameroon, and Cameroon. So I need not to be mistaken right here. So forgive me. Gomez Oba, he's all the way from Southwest Cameroon. And he is one of the biggest artists, just like Cassie Dredd in Cameroon. When in Southern Cameroon, sorry, pardon me. And they are doing big things, guys. Just like here at home, you've got what do you call KG, Amapiano, you know, Costa Piano. So they're as big as they are also in their countries. I'm not too sure if he has joined us on the line already, but if he hasn't, it's okay. It's fine. We'll still welcome them later. I'm just gonna stop sharing so that I can see people's faces here and see if they have joined already as well. And then, moving forward, Cassie Dredd, did I introduce you? I did, right? Yes, I did. You're the first person.
Yes, yes.
Let me see who I have here. Oh, Kid OG. Yes, Kid OG all the way from Namibia. My brother, I really appreciate the fact that it was a short notice for us or for you. In fact, when we approached you, I think I approached you on Friday. And I said, I need someone from Namibia, Kid OG. I mean, really, I know you're quite famous there, so please just join us. And I know you've got a very busy schedule, but I really appreciate the fact that you actually said, Evhá, I'm all yours. You know, I'm all yours. Your people, they can have me, and let's just have this chat. So he is a musician, he's / a dancer. I know you do quite a lot of things. There was a former group, there was a group that you were actually a member on. Is it hashtag something? It's on my presentation. I don't have it.
Yeah, hashtag gang.
Yeah, so it was quite famous. And I know that you are still even studying right now, which is one of the things that I want you to share with us as artists. That is it important that we still insist on educating ourselves, even though we have money, even though we are famous. What do we need education for, you know? So welcome to our show, and welcome to Africa. Welcome to the world. We welcome you, my brother. Right?
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay. And then, who else is there, my Lord? Yay, there are too many guests here, now I'm forgetting. Okay, and then we've got, people, I need not to mess up people's names. There's a gentleman all the way from Nigeria, and I know he is quite famous in Nigeria, even though some of us, we have not been paying attention to him. But he is on our screens. He does appear on MTV Base. He does appear on Channel O. His name is Husky. If I'm mistaken, God, hey, my things. Oh, Jesus. But it's fine. If you are here, my brother, forgive me. I will get your name. My thing is stuck. But I know you are here. You are famous. I'll show my people. He's all the way from Nigeria, and he's going to share with us, because I think he's got some other important things that he wanted to share with us, just for us to learn as artists, to say, you know what, this road is not just a road. You really need to be careful. You really need to be, you know, informed, knowledgeable. It's not just about fame. It's not just about you having the bodyguards and this. You appear on TV and you're thinking everything is fine. And behind the scenes as well, there are things that are happening. As you see us on stage, you know, holding the mic, we're making you laugh and this. Behind the stage, behind the mics, there's a lot of things that are happening that we as artists, we have to take in. And as we appear, you guys be thinking everything is all perfect. Nothing is all perfect. And we have our lady all the way from Zimbabwe, Preshi. Yeah, she's an award winner. I think the category was the best female hip hop artist, right, my love? Presley, please just unmute yourself so that people can hear your voice. Yes.
Hello. Hi.
The category that you won, the award that you won, was it the best female, the best female in Zimbabwe, right?
The best female. Yes.
Yeah. So Presley she's quite a good artist that she's now really making waves in Zimbabwe. And I think you are now in South Africa visiting us, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, so she has been in our screens as well as GudTV. Actually, no, SCBC TV, not GudTV yet. She's still gonna come on GudTV. But in Zimbabwe, she's well known. If there are my Zimbabwe people here, I think they can attest to that. And I know you're gonna kill me to say, but Evhá, how come you have only one female artist? Like I said, behind a strong woman, there's a strong man. So let's give our men a chance, because we always complain to say, these men are not talking. This man, the next thing, he's like bottled up, this and this. He doesn't talk. We're going to make them talk today, including our president. He's going to talk, but he always talks anyway. So it's fine. I think so far, I have tried to cover almost everyone, but those that I have forgotten, I will actually keep on introducing them as we move along. So for now, I'm going to hand over to Zen and Dumelo and Tando, but I think we're going to have to start with Tando, because what's going to happen today? We're going to ask each and every artist that is here, but my people, my presenters, let's focus on those that are available. So please just mark them. Kasi Dread is online, I can see. Gladstone is online. Katleho from Lesotho is online. Let me just do this. Okay. Oh, we've got Zita Light. She's just joining now from Southern Cameroon. She's joining us. She is one of the biggest artists in Cameroon as well. All right. And then we've got, I'm not too sure if Gomez is here. Gomez. Okay, I'll just check. And then I can see we've got DJ La Costa. So my South African people, DJ La Costa is representing us. We decided not to go for a famous so-called celebrity, because I said today we just want to be human. So DJ La Costa, he's all the way from Eastern Cape. He's the first person I think I introduced when I got stuck. So please acknowledge him, my presenters. And then Kid OG, he's all the way from Namibia, right? And then we've got Haikin from Nigeria. Kfas, I don't know if Kfas is on the line. Kfas, he is representing Zambia, all right? I know that one, he cannot disappoint me. He must be somewhere. I'll just check him. He's representing Zambia, but I know he's also visiting us in South Africa at the moment. He's an artist. He joined us, I think, the year before last at the Youth Expo for South Africa in Johannesburg. And he went back and then he came back. He's a very good artist. I think on Ember Choose, those who are watching it, we played his music as well. And he's such a talented young man. So Kfas, but presenters, please note, Kfas, we're just gonna circle until I'm sure that he's online. But also note Zita Light, she's joining us. She's one of the ladies that are making waves in Cameroon. And then Ntunja, okay, I'm not too sure who Ntunja is, we will find out. So let me hand over my people to my presenters so that we can start asking the questions. And after asking the questions, we only have 30 minutes asking 30 minutes to ask our guest questions. After that, we're gonna open the floor to everyone. We are going to talk. And let's talk about mainly 3 things. Like I said, I just want us to be human today so that we learn from each other. COVID-19. COVID-19 is affecting a lot of us. Affected a lot of us. We are aware that in different countries, please, Presley, unmute yourself.
Okay, I'm sorry.
All right, you're welcome, my darling. We are aware that what's happening in Southern Cameroon as well, there's a lot of political fights that are happening. Artists are highly affected by such. We go to Zimbabwe, we are aware that the president is fighting with his deputy, and there's a lot of killings that are happening as well. Artists are affected. We come to South Africa as well, the same thing. Well, Ghana, when I was talking to Gladstone, when I was also doing my research, people are not really that much troubled, but there's still, if COVID-19 is always there, guys, there'll always be challenges. So we are all affected. I spoke to AX in India. He says, Evhá, I had to move from India to come to my village, and now I can't move. Because why? India, as we look on the news, It's highly, highly, highly dispassionate about this thing. So everybody is so affected, and I want us to share. How are we affected by this? And as we are affected by this, how are we thriving? How are we getting somewhere? How are we making sure that we're getting food? How are we making sure that we're surviving? How are we making sure that we are safe? And after that, we talk about our challenges as artists. You are a celebrity. You end up taking cocaine, you know, heroin. Why? What's the stress all about? I wish that the gentleman from Nigeria, he joins us so that he can also share the things that I'm told that he wants to share with us. You know what I mean? And I also want us to talk. Why are we as artists, some of us, we are so talented. And as talented as we are, we don't seem to be thriving in this industry. You go from one pillar to post, you struggle, you can't seem to be getting deals. What is the problem? So people who are experienced here, they will be able to tell us. We're just gonna have fun. And then others, I mean, I'm a woman, I've been in the industry for as long as I can remember. And every time I try to knock on doors, most of these guys, they wanna sleep with me, you know? They don't see beyond my beauty. They don't see beyond my body. All they want is just to chow me. What are they chowing here? I don't know. I mean, I'm so skinny. I just don't understand. You know what I mean? So let's talk about that. And maybe it's the ladies that we are forcing the guys to want to chow us. I don't know. Maybe the way we behave. And maybe the guys can tell us what is it that we're doing wrong that makes the guys to feel that way. So we just want to open this platform and just have a chat as artists and the things that necessarily affect us. I don't want us to go to contractual matters, talking about the contracts like deeply into depth. No, I said I want us to be human. All right, let's start there first. And then later on, I will allow the president of SACIVE to take us through some of the biggest or the most important workshops that they are actually doing as SACIVE, where they are now going into details. As you sign the contract, this is the thing that you need to look at, blah, 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 blah. And the reason why I don't want us to entertain the details is because I have learned in different countries, we are operating differently. Here, we've got SACIVE. In Ghana, I don't know what do they have. In Cameroon, I don't know what do they have. And as much as we've got a contract that is written somehow in South Africa, in Zimbabwe, it's a different story. The contents of that contract, they might be similar, but it's not the same thing. So it will actually not serve as justice or serve any purpose if we are going to focus on what we are doing as South Africans in depth in terms of the contract. But we can say, well, as an artist, you can't go and perform without having a contract. So let's just keep it light. But the most important thing is humanitarian issues that are actually affecting us that I want us to talk about. And as we leave here, we know that we have learned something. We have learned something, that my beauty, it is not my jackpot or is not my gateway in. No, it's not that, but my talent. But as much as I have a talent, what is my pride saying to my talent? Why am I taking drugs when I've got so much talent that I can just go on stage without taking a beer? What is failing me? So those who have done it before, they can tell us how did they do it, you know? So over to you, my people. Tando, we'll start with you. Hey, unmute yourself. We can't hear. Unmute yourself. Yeah.
Thank you. First of all, my prayers and solidarity for my brothers and sisters in Zimbabwe. They're going through a lot. And I would like to ask just a few questions to Presley before we even talk about the industry as a whole and what we're facing as artists. And congratulations to Presley for actually getting an award as the best hip hop artist in Zimbabwe. Congratulations, Presley. So my question would be, what does it take for one to even get that award when it comes to Zimbabwe?
Okay, thank you very much. Hello.
Yes, what does it take for an artist to actually get the best hip hop award? You know, it means a lot when it in South Africa. And what awards were they?
Okay, they were okay. First things first, my name is Freshie.
Sorry.
It's Okay, well, most people always get my name wrong. Well, there were the Sim Hip Hop Awards. So we have we have the Sim Hip Hop Awards and we have the Sim Dancehall Awards. But I'll talk about the Sim Hip Hop Awards because I'm a hip hop artist.
Okay.
So I won the Best Female Sim Hip Hop Award last year, Best Female. The thing is, in Zimbabwe, we have very few Sim Hip Hop artists.
Okay, hence I'm interested in that.
Yes, so I think it's the issue with the economy, the sponsors, and I don't know some other general stuff, but for me, it took me, I worked very hard last year. I had an album, I had visuals, I had radio interviews, radio tours. I was in the papers, the media coverage, and all. So basically, when they are selecting the female, the nominees, they look at those things like how much media presence have you been to, and how much work you've put in. So it so happens that I was outstanding. I really put in work last year.
Okay, so would you actually advise artists in South Africa or other countries to actually work hard to preserve their media presence as an artist?
Yes, it actually takes a lot of hard work, because for me, I only got to win the award in 2019, but I've been in the industry for like 4 years before. I never gave up.
Yeah.
I kept on pushing. So what happened is last year I was like more committed to the music side, because for the past 4 years I was at school. So it was a challenge trying to balance school and music. But I was pushing music on the side, but 80% of my commitment was towards school, then 20 to music. So it was only last year that I had to push forward. I never gave up. So for you to achieve such, you have to put in work and work very hard, because it was training. Like I had to do those radio tours from one city to another. My producers were from another city, and I had to travel almost twice or thrice a month, and it was stressing. But if I had given up, I wouldn't have achieved the award that I got.
Thanks. You heard it yourself.
Sorry?
Thanks. Guys, you heard it yourself. If you're an artist, you actually have to work hard on your media presence.
I think one thing that I want to add on is,
exactly,
you know, you were saying you were traveling from one city to another, and I can imagine how exhausting that could have been.
Yes.
A lot of us, when we go to festivals,
it is.
We get to find artists that are like not giving us the best of what we have paid for, you know, and we start wondering, or we start complaining to say, but why? But how is it important as artists that we still remain fresh, you know, as we go to these events, and especially if you were to be booked for like about 5 or 6 shows in a day, you know, do you think that is healthy? Do you think your audience or your fans, they deserve that? Because after the second or the third event, you are so like exhausted, and you go into the fourth one. Isn't that a risk? Do you think it's advisable that you as artists should be doing that?
I don't think it's healthy. I think that is the reason why we get more artists using drugs or some energy boosters that are not good for the health. But at the same time, I don't blame them, because they're trying to make money out of those shows. So at the end, they try to put themselves under so much pressure. But I think it's okay to inform like the promoters or the show organizers that can they at least like give you time slots or whatever, where you can at least take a break.
No, we agree. Okay, let's move on to Tumelo Mutene. I think she's got a question for one of the artists as well. And then Tando will come back to you. And then after Tumelo, we'll go to Zen. And I know that Zen, she's got a lot for artists. Tumelo, we can't hear you. Tumelo?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm actually gonna ask Gladstone a question right here. Is he in? Is he Gladstone?
I'm here.
Oh, okay, thank you. I've kind of doing my research here. I've seen you are an entrepreneur, you're a choreographer, a community leader, and a lot that is going on in your play. And I've seen that you are an event organizer for the awards, the Ghana Arts and Culture Awards this year. Is that true?
Yeah.
The 2020, like the nominations are open and everything.
Well, we just closed nomination. That was yesterday.
Oh, it was yesterday. Okay.
Yeah, it's one of the biggest. It's one of the events. Is really popular. This is our second edition, and it's very big event.
Okay. Oh, okay. My question was simply to ask how the things are going with the whole planning now that lately we're dealing with the COVID-19. There's no more than 50 people gathering. So how are you planning to carry out the whole event of the awards this year?
Okay. Now we are back. We are back on track. Now the system is working hard. Everything now in Ghana, everything is moving smoothly. Everybody is working harder. Now we can do events that can contain about 200 to 300 people capacity. Oh. So now the government we can do our daily life activities, but we can't travel outside Accra or outside Ghana. So now everybody is back to his events, but we are trying to observe the safety protocol.
Yes.
So we are planning. Most event houses are planning for their events, and then we are approaching our election year too. So we are trying to try to do some things very early before the day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Pertaining that, what are the challenges that you are facing right now as an event organizer, or every time that you help or try to organize events? Like, take us through maybe the process or the creative process or whatever process that you take, that at the end of the day we're going to have this big event, and what are the nerve-wracking challenges of going through the whole event organizing thing?
Okay, thank you so much. The whole thing is finances. When you don't have the capital to organize it, you have to change your sponsors. You have to look for the stakeholders who pump in money. But when you have those things in line, you have the sponsors ready, you have the stakeholders ready, you have everybody in place, the venue is ready. Most of the time, when you go to the venue, it's been booked already. So that's one bit of challenge too. But if you have everything in place, I think you have a successful event. So one, you look about the venue, that's the space for the event. Two, you look about the finances. Three, you look about the publicity, that's the media publicity, both electronic and then social media as well, generally. So if all these things come together, you can able to know that you are sure of what you're going to do. Now you have to get a pre-production. Okay, that's a post-production, and then a production.
Okay.
So when you have planning starts, we normally plan for a year. We don't just plan for 6 months. You have the whole year to plan before the event. So you have a first quarterly planning as to put this in place. You have the team who is doing this. You have the organizer, that is the event planner. You have the stage. You have all that's what implies to become the event. Then you look for your awards, the plaques. Who are you nominating? How many nominations are you trying to do? Are you trying to do 20 or 15? Who is the honor of the year, the best honor of the year? So you look for all those things, and then you get to them. So when you get those things done, then you can able to know. Now in Ghana, we have the art and culture and the creative arts and then tourism. They merge one. So the Ministry of Governments have a kind of ministry. So we seek to be part of. They have to be part of us. So now we have the Ghana Arts and Culture and Tourism, and then we have the National Commission on Culture. Then they under the event. So they endorse the event. So it's the credibility we want. People don't want to come for a program that doesn't have a credibility. So when you get the stakeholders, the government stakeholders to be part of the event, they see the credibility. So they're pushing. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Gladstone. I really appreciate it. But there's this one question that I want to ask you. When I was talking to you, Tumelo, just mute yourself. Hey. Whose mic is that? Zita? Okay, let me just
Yes.
Yeah, let me, can you mute, like, can I mute you just for now? I've done that. Okay, it's fine. Thanks, sorry about that. Yeah, Gladstone, if you're listening to me, please just unmute yourself as well. I had a chat with you over the phone, and I think you said a very interesting thing, because my question to you was, how is COVID-19 affecting artists in Ghana? And you said to me, Evhá, in Ghana, everything is pachasha. People are just like there's nothing. They're just moving around, you know? But then you also mentioned a very key thing to say, as much as people are being, I would say a little bit careless in a way, because you'll never know who's got the COVID-19 or not. You know, it's very important that we are always cautious. But you said Ghana is a very, how do I call it? You guys, you are very careful with everything that you do, and it's not actually highly affected. So my question to you is, I have spoken to one of the artists in Ghana after I've spoken to you. A person just told me slightly different story to say, Evhá, I'm battling because I don't have money right now. There are no shows that are happening and blah, blah, blah. So what is the situation if Ghana is not that highly affected as Zimbabwe or South Africa?
Okay, yes, as you said, there are no shows apparently because of, you know, they just leave the band on, and then people are trying to put things in place. Okay, they just banned on around March, so everybody hold their shows. Everybody trying to do virtual shows in their own way to create their own event. But when you say shows for artists in Ghana for these past few months, is really hectic for them to run shows. But individually are trying to push, like most of the musicians, the big musicians are trying to push through their social media to get that, like, let me use the boy, like Stone Boy just launched his album through the virtual and he gets, you know, discount. So, you know, if you're an artist, you must be creative enough to do something to get money for yourself through the social media. But for now, the government have said, okay, fine, everybody can go back to his normal life. We can do events that can take about 300 capacity or 200 capacity. So people are trying to, you know, put up some things together. But now everything is running as smooth as it is in Ghana. You are trying to be very careful. So now people are trying to see what they can do to host shows, you know, to try to put some food on the artist's table to eat, you know, try to do some small shows that can able to offer the artists. Man, now we are trying to do the event. A couple of events that go on. The awards, some of the awards have gone through virtual awards. We have the 3 awards has already gone down, and there's a few. So, well, as I said, it's true. The artists are not they are not getting a gig for now. But now the government have put some things in place. I'm sure by the end of next month, a lot of shows will become up.
One of the reasons why I actually invited you on the show is mainly because of the events that you are organizing in Ghana. And I know you travel the world more often, scouting talent, trying to check who is who in those countries so that you can accommodate them in one of your biggest festivals. And I like the fact that you guys, you pay in your festivals, you know? Hey, this man, we love ching ching. So I like that you pay, but you also encourage other countries, especially the government, from the government side, to collaborate with you guys, you know, and support their artists. So before the end of the show, I'm going to come back to you because a lot of artists here on the platform, and I'm not talking only for South Africans, they would like to come to Ghana, attend the festivals, and maybe you'll just take us through the processes as to what do we need to do, you know, to form part of that festival. And if you are saying the government must support us so that you guys can also be able to accommodate us and then support us, and me one thing, what is it that we should be telling our government to support us to come to Ghana? But for now, I just want to show everybody some of the dancers that you're actually working with, and they are actually I don't know, this guy, is he your what you call, let me just see here, Gladstone, where are you, Gladstone? Okay, I think you are here. I don't know if this guy is your product. You must tell us, because he scared my people. The moment we saw him, hey, people got scared. And then I asked if this guy is gay, and you said he's not gay. Because he dances. It's something else, you know? So I think it is the video. But while we're still waiting for, okay, there you go. Can you play now? All right. And then after this video, Zen, I'm going to ask you to please, yeah.
When I come through, all of them fall.
Can you guys see it?
We know we fun like me. We know we fresh like me. We know we hot like me. Fun like me. Fresh like me. We know we fun like me.
Let me stop it before it stops my meeting. I think I've got a lot of videos downloaded for you guys so that I can show you, but it seems like I need to upgrade my machine in order for me to be able to share with you guys. So I don't want it to close the meeting because then I'll be in trouble. Okay, I'll be in a very big trouble. Okay, moving along, I'm gonna hand over to Zen. Zen, we still have Lesotho. We still have Southern Cameroon, Kasidred. We have Zita online as well, joining us. We still have Namibia, and we still have South Africa. And we still have our president, remember? So please, when you pose your 2 questions, just try and see who you can pick from those. Okay? Yep.
Thank you, my colleague. Thank you, Eva. My question, I've got 2 questions. I'm gonna try and keep it short, but I want to move to Kid OG in Namibia. I'm just gonna cut straight to the chase. I'm not happy with us as artists. When I'm talking about artists, I think as artists, another name or another alternative as artists, we are entrepreneurs. I feel like as artists, the only thing we depended on was gigs, live is going to perform. So my question to Mr. Kid OG in Namibia, what makes us as artists not to be informed or knowledgeable on things like online? What, do you think, we're not knowledgeable, and artists are not, artists do not like to read. We as artists, we do not like to read. We're not knowledgeable with online things. The only time we were making money was through gigs. And today, when you speak to artists, they say they're struggling because they don't have gigs. But they are forever online. They have WhatsApp, they've got smartphones, but they don't know how to make money online. That is number 1. Where do you think we're lacking as artists? We do not read enough. What is it that we're not doing right as artists? When I'm talking about artists, I'm talking about African artists. I'm talking about artists all over. A lot of artists today, if you send them an information for a session, Zoom session, my leader, where am I supposed to get this link? Where do you download it? Zoom. They do not know Zoom. That is number 1 about our artists. They don't know where to get it. You need to explain after you've sent the information that this is going to help you, this is going to educate you. They will ask you again, where do you get the Zoom? How does it work? Where do you think we're lacking as artists? Do you think this time of is there to teach us something, or maybe is there to teach us to view life differently, that life does not only depends on this one thing, and then life, there's also life, and you can make money beyond this or through this. So my question is to you, Mr. Kid OG, where do you think we're going wrong as artists if we're not educated enough on how to make money online?
Okay, thank you for the question. Let me say first, what makes artists to be ignorant or for information is because they focus more on their talent and the hype from the people. But as soon as they see, okay, get maybe more viewers or more hype from their friends, they think they got it all. But underneath there's more to dig. So let me say, to be educated, to educate an artist who's really making a wave already. Most of the artists think that they got it. They are on the way. They started it, so they only look for opportunities where to get a gig. Example, about this pandemic, the big artists are suffering because they don't have knowledge. They didn't get knowledge on, like especially at us at Namibia, big artists, they didn't get more knowledge on how to market, how to upload your songs on iTunes, DistroKids, and other musical platforms. So that's why they started saying, no, we are struggling. But also at the same time, I think it's, if like upcoming artists, or let me say artists that are not on the map yet, it's a boost for them at this pandemic, because most of the people are more into cell phones and internet. So meaning that some people do not go to work anymore because of the population and other things. But the truth is this: artists become ignorant on the information. What they think is right is what they do, but they don't look for other alternatives. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. OG. And then my second question will go to Miss Zita. It is a Women's Day on our side in South Africa. My question is, we have seen through this pandemic, since the whole COVID-19, it started in March until now, underground artists, I'm talking about us, we are now leveled to the known artist, the well-known artist. Do you think from now on, when this whole pandemic ends, we're gonna have a different approach into the industry? Number one, working together, breaking doors together, because number one, as underground artists, we fail to work together. Pride and ego. We need to shy away from that. We need to step away from that. My question to Uzita is, do you think underground artists will have a different approach when this whole pandemic ends, in order for us to make it to where we need to go, in order for us to make it as underground artists? Is the approach going to be different? Is this pandemic going to leave us unchanged, or are we still going to remain the same? Hello, Zita, is Zita there?
Yeah, she's here. Zita?
Did she hear me?
I think maybe it's the connection. Maybe the very same question you can ask, you can direct it to Kasi Dread, because he's also from Southern Cameroon.
Hello.
Oh, there she is. Did you hear the question, Zita?
I didn't get it clearly.
All right. Can you repeat the question, Zen?
All right, Zita, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, thank you, Zita. Zita, it is a Women's Day today, and I believe that you're enlightening through my question. It's going to open eyes. My question to you and to us as artists, we have seen the pandemic has closed a lot of doors this year since it started in March. And we know that underground artists, we fail to work together, we fail to unite. So we are now at the equal level with the well-known artist. Do you think when this pandemic ends, we're going to have a different approach on how we work in terms of unity, in terms of working together to break these doors? Because we see that the well-known artists, we work together, they have closed the doors. And then us, that one thing that we need to do as underground artists, we need to come together and work together. Do you think this pandemic will leave us unchanged, and then we open our eyes and then we learn to approach things differently?
All right, thank you very much. There is some little kind of network breakage, but I've tried to understand the question somehow. I believe that the pandemic to me is a moment of reflection and a moment of more empowerment. Because one of the things that makes us sell more, one of the things that makes us to excel more is our expertise in what we do. And most often it's very, very difficult for us to find time to sit down and invest in building our skills to the level of professionalism. So to me, this period of the pandemic is actually a forceful pause on our too many activities so that we can have enough time to invest in the development of our skills. And I believe that if we can use the period to better our skills, after the pandemic, it's going to be an explosive impact for us. So the pandemic has its way, it has its disadvantages in the sense that a lot of shows, live shows that we used to have, we no more have those opportunities. Maybe some come-togethers that we always have to learn some things one-on-one and have some experiences with friends. We don't have that again. But I believe that it is the best thing that has happened to us. But for the fact that lives are being claimed, it is the best thing that has happened to artists like us because it will give us ample time to invest in ourselves. Like I said to a group of persons I was discussing with, I said, the fact that you are probably a vocalist or a singer does not limit you or your music career to just being a singer or a vocalist. Every singer or every successful musician is supposed to know at least an instrument. So what I'm doing with this period is that I have ample time now. So I'm working on acoustic guitar, how to play my acoustic guitar, and it's really improving a lot in my music. Now I have ample time to sit down and work on my voice. So I do a lot of vocal training now. Unlike before, maybe you have few minutes or some hours a day to do it because you are probably rushing for one show or the other, or one interview or the other. But this time around, we have some kind of time that you can sit home, do some vocal work, learn some new skills in what we are doing, so that after this, as upcomers, we are going to connect our energy together with the expertise we've been able to build in this season, and it will be something else. It will really be a boom. That's what I think.
All right. Thank you so much, Zita. I think you've answered me there. This is the time to polish our craft, to polish our skills. It's not just the time to sit, hoping and waiting that the pandemic ends, because that's what we're doing. Most of us are doing. People are sitting. I'm waiting for lockdown to finish, then I can do 1, 2, 3. I think this every artist here, we need to work. If you do not have a company, if you do not have the get it on, so that when they say doors are open, now this is the time, we hold each other, we run, because we've seen that artists are working together, they've closed the doors. This is the time for us to come work together. These platforms that we're creating for ourselves, for all of us, not just for GudTV Africa, but it's for us to connect. If next year we say we want to come to Zimbabwe, we want to come to Namibia, and for some project or some festival, we need to come together and work. Time speaks to us. It speaks to every artist. So that is it from my side. I think I'll hand it over to Evhá.
Thank you so much, Zita. That was a very profound question from Zen and a very profound answer from Zita Light. I think a lot of us guys, to be honest with you, I just want us to be honest. COVID-19 has exposed a lot of us.
Yeah.
A lot of us. Because right now, I can tell you, I think in April, between April and May, yes, I lost my job. SCBC TV, they didn't have money to pay me as well, you know, so I was stuck. I lost my professional job plus my television job, and I ended up with nothing. I had my savings, obviously, but now because there's nothing that was coming in, I had to pay my rent, my car, my everything with all the money that I had. You understand what I'm trying to say? And then I sat down, I said, but what is it that I know? Apart from me going to my producers and say, can I come to the studio? Can you connect the camera on my behalf? Can you produce this on my behalf? Can you do this? And I realized that the only thing I know what to do is to talk too much. Be in front of the camera. Which is not good. How many people can talk? So I am just saying that COVID-19 has exposed a lot of us. And I think there's an opportunity, like Zita said. If you are one of those people that have been exposed like myself, it is a hard time that you utilize this period, because once COVID-19 is back, Zen asked a very important question. Do you think we're still going to remain the same, or we are going to be transformed people? I don't see us being the same way. I don't see the world being the same thing or the same way. I think God is taking us from another level to another level. I don't think it's going to be the same. Nobody can tell me that 2020 would be the same as 2019. 2019 has passed, and it has passed with its own things. So even us as artists, I would like to encourage us as well that if you are not acquainted digitally, take small steps day by day. Like myself, I said, my producers, I'm going to start learning how to do everything just on my laptop. Coming up with the shows, developing TV instead of me depending on SCBC TV, and learning the cameras, the this and this and this. You see, today we were struggling with the live feed. I'm gonna go back to them. I said, I don't want you to do it for me. Oh, I want to do it myself, so that after this, survive. No, I'm tired, but it has really exposed us. And then moving forward, I think while we're still on the digital skills or maybe improving our skills as artists, I'm going to come back to Romeo, who is our president in South Africa, because they've been doing a lot of workshops. And I know that tomorrow they are hosting one of the workshops on the digital skills with women, which I would actually invite all of you guys are encouraged that you log in on Psychive platform so that we can see how they're doing things. And maybe he can share a little bit later on after we have asked Otumelo from Lesotho questions coming from Tando, just for him to share with us, how are they doing it? What are the things that he has experienced as a president, his artist being exposed during this time of COVID-19? Because I think he has a better knowledge. He's got a better light because he's been on the ground. You know, this man, I don't know why he's not affected by COVID-19, but anyway, it's fine. It's his job. He's a public servant, so we understand. And that's why God is keeping him safe. So Tando, I don't know if you've got a question for Tumelo, because we haven't asked Tumelo any question or any two questions there. Please just prepare your questions. Thank you. And we haven't had, it's Tumelo on my side. Okay, Tando, unmute yourself. Just unmute you here. You can go on, Tando.
So Tumelo, is Tumelo asking a question?
No, Tumelo, he's an artist from Lesotho, so we've never asked him a question.
Yes. I was asking Utumelo Uba, what are the actual challenges besides the COVID-19 and besides the COVID-19 and not getting gigs, etc. We've seen that Lesotho is not that big when it comes to producing artists. The artists are actually coming to South Africa to sign maybe deals or to make their music to be known like globally or in Africa. So my question is, what are the challenges in Lesotho as a musician besides the COVID-19? We've seen Evhá from Lesotho, one of the tremendous and big artists in South Africa. He's an artist from Lesotho. So my question would be, what are the challenges that you artists face in Lesotho?
Okay, as a point of correction, Eva, I think the question is dedicated to Katleho, I think.
Oh, that's Tumelo, yes. Oh, yeah.
Yes, that's Katleho.
Forgive me, my darling. Forgive me, my queen. So yeah, sorry, man. Katleho, are you there, my dear? I saw you with your team. Answer if you're there, Katleho. I'm trying to locate your phone here, but I'm not too sure which one is it. Katleho, you're not there. Okay, Tumelo, since you're from Lesotho and you're also an artist, maybe you can respond to the question.
Actually, yeah, I can do. Actually, Tando, I'm a graphic designer by profession. So I'm a graphic designer, but I think I could answer to that. Me as a graphic designer in Lesotho, we are really, really struggling this side, especially the creative side, because basically, I think the problem is, as Basotho, we are not yet, you know, very modernized or very used to this digital things. But most of us now, when we get into university, it's then that we get introduced to the digital world, to the digital things. So a lot of people who are already into the market or into the business don't really know much about the creative industry. So every time a struggle comes when I have to get a client, because obviously I gotta get a client, and then you have to, it's then that you're gonna tell your client the basic things, the foundation, and make them understand why you are charging the high price that you are charging. Because into working into a creative process, it's a very long process. It's not just designing, take a brick and making a logo. So basically, even in music, a lot of us, well, the ones that I've seen are really struggling because musicians, as they produce music, there's not originality in the music making. It's more like it's a trend. They're just making music because I want to do music, because I want to be cool. There's not really fundamentals or basics, or that I have talent or I have passion for music. So I think it's a downfall for many artists in Lesotho, and it's really affecting the industry this side, and everything is slow. Hence, the likes of Malume, Vector, and Megaheads are really crossing to that side to maybe make their name for themselves. We already know them this side, but it's really a struggle for them to conquer through the industry. You know, we're not, Lesotho is not very familiar with creative things.
Lesotho is one of the countries that they have got this beautiful sound. They call it tepe.
Yes, yes.
Tepe. So for those who don't know, tepe is more like a version of hip hop, you know, music. And it's so beautiful because they sing it in their own language. But the problem is, I think I'm also going to open this question to everybody. Why in Africa? Let me come to South Africa. You know, in South Africa, DJ Costa was talking to him, and I asked this question. Why do you think people need to move from the Eastern Cape to come to Joburg to make it? Why can't you just make things to happen in the Eastern Cape and make sure that the music thrives? Why is that? And maybe he can answer us now, because I also asked him as well that you are a famous DJ in the Eastern Cape, but I don't know you in Johannesburg. What is you to be famous? And the second is, I had to push him. I had to push him today to get his Zoom, which then takes us back to the digital knowledge, you know? So Costa, I'm gonna put you on the spot because I said today we are not celebrities, we are human. And I'm not trying to embarrass you, because even myself, I didn't know how to do this thing live on Facebook. All these people there are my witnesses. I was helped by my producer. So there's nothing to be ashamed of, because I said today, the celebrity thing had poof off. Because why? When you go inside your toilet, when you do, we all do that, and we are all human. So I'm not trying to embarrass you. So I want you to answer that question, and I'm gonna come back to Lesotho as well. Why do you think artists, they think they have made it once they've been in Joburg, but once they're still in the Eastern Cape, they feel good, they're not celebrities?
Yeah, because it's not easy to have connections, you know. Because if you are struggling on the side of connection, it will be hard. You know. Yeah.
What do you mean by connection? We don't understand.
Like if you don't know some people who have some connections, like maybe you want to reach there, and you know someone that you can take you there, you know. So and also there is a less resources here. Yeah, there's no resources. Yeah, so that's why sometimes many people they think about going to Joburg. You know, most of us.
Okay.
Wait, Tando. Let him finish. Let him finish, Tando. Yes, Oletu. So you said there's a lot of resources. You spoke about connections. So if you're not connected, you can make it. There's a lack of resources, and then what else?
And there's no opportunities. Out.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
And the reason I think he wants to jump in is because he's also from the Eastern Cape. I don't know if he's got a different answer to what Costa has. Tell us, Tando.
Yes, okay. When it comes to the Eastern Cape, yes, I'm from the Eastern Cape, and for me, I left the Eastern Cape because of there's a lack of production, and there's a lack of PR in what you do, and there's a lack of opportunities. If you've made it in the Eastern Cape, you've only made it there in the Eastern Cape, and you're currently going to shows and in interviews of which if you're probably going to interviews, then we are and if you're doing TV shows, that's only one TV show, Bay TV, or that's the only TV show you would go to if you want to be a TV presenter. Lack of opportunities, lack of production, and I think a lot of artists in the Eastern Cape haven't yet sharpened up their craft when it comes to their artistry. And when it comes to when I'm talking about sharpening up your craft, like knowing yourself as an artist and what you're good at. As an artist, you might be a rapper. There are different kinds of rappers. Of which there are different kind of rappers. What sound, what is your sound? What is it that you attract, you give your audience or your people? What do you want your people to listen to? So immediately when I came to Joburg, I've learned quite a lot of things. Things like when you're an artist, you can't just be an artist. You can't be just a hip hop artist. You have to have your sound, like different sound from other hip hop artists. So I would say that some of those artists in the Eastern Cape haven't yet found their sound or sharpen up their craft. Lack of production, lack of opportunities, and everything is in Joburg. Everything is in Joburg. We all know that.
Don't be jealous so that we are in Johannesburg, all right? But I totally disagree with you. And I am totally disagreeing with you because I can see that Sipho Mpoliboko is also saying, my brother, maybe let's just look at things differently. And I want him to have, I just want him to come in there because they are saying lack of connections. Because they don't know people, they can't prosper. They're saying lack of resources. I don't know what kind of resources, they're talking about. Maybe you can come in as well. Then they say lack of opportunities. I don't know if opportunities, are we the kind of artists that we are waiting for things to come to us, or is it us, the artists, that are supposed to make things happen? Because if I recall very well, if you go to a party, if the artist is not there, there's no way that this party can happen. So I'm not too sure what are we talking about when we say lack of opportunities. Mpo now is gone. Where is he? Mpo? Okay, I'm going to take this to the president because the president, I know he's got all the answers for us. President, do you think, is that the reason why artists are not prospering? Because there's lack of connections, there's lack of resources, there's lack of opportunities. What are we saying here? Who's supposed to be creating all these platforms and opportunities for us?
Good evening once more to you, says Evhá, and your team. So I hope you can hear me. Network is a challenge.
We can hear you loud and clear, sir.
Yeah, no, look, also let me also congratulate your partners, the Secretary of Gauteng, and then our Deputy Chairperson in Gauteng, very progressive woman indeed. So I think this is a very good initiative that you are running as GudTV Africa. Look, I think one of the biggest problems for us as Black people in particular is to think about ourselves as unique Africans from the other, because there was this issue of xenophobia and so on and so on. But I just wanted to start by saying all of us were Africans, It's not like Africans from South Africa are more special than Africans from Zimbabwe and other African countries. Also, let me also be in solidarity with the people of Zimbabwe, and I hope that the government will come to its senses and make sure that it takes care of the interests of the people in that country. I think in my experience of working with artists I've seen that a lot of challenges that came with artists, that most artists, they actually grow up watching TV. So if you realize, television was made to channel people to think in a different way and to do things in a different way. That is why you find a lot of advertising companies, they spend so much money on TVs. I also used to like TV until I realized that TV is just a makeup. It's like a person who's wearing a makeup. Basically, they make something and sell people dreams so that you believe this thing is something that is particularly not. So many artists, they are chasing fame, you know, and I've realized that the white people back in the days who have created these platforms, they were working in productions, raking in a lot of money, but a lot of artists just wanted to perform and become famous, not even understanding the music business. I think what is important, artists must understand that fame without money is useless, it's nothing. And a lot of artists, musicians in particular, they do not understand the music business, you know. It goes back to fame. They just want to become famous. They don't understand about the contracts that they are signing. Because a lot of artists don't own their material. You know, I'm talking about the masters, for example. Let me give you an example. If you produce a song and then you want to become famous and you get a famous company, they sign you, they take away your master. It means you don't own anything. You're probably going to own some royalties in the song. So the way the master works, let's say Chicken Licken want to do an advert with your song and they're giving you 600,000. It means the person who owns the master gets 600,000. So if there are 4 people in the song, you own 25% of the royalties. You are also going to, they're going to give you 1.2 million. So the 600,000 goes to the person who owns the master. And the other 600,000 is divided amongst the 4 people. So I think as artists, especially young artists, we need to read a lot and understand the contracts that we are entering. The artists are unable to do things on their own, you know, like as you said, COVID-19 has exposed a lot of us because people were used to just being prepared to everything. But now a lot of people are waking up and they are starting to do things on their own because everything that they are used to has been closed because of the COVID-19 regulations. So I think with the community in general, we've always been taught to consume things instead of producing. You know, if you look at us, like now as I speak to you, a lot of us here who are in this platform in Africa or wherever, we're using American or Chinese solutions. You know, the social medias that we are using to Zoom, your Facebooks and so on, we're spending billions and billions of rands in data, but this money goes to overseas. If you read a lot about the people who have made money, like for example, Mark Zuckerberg has just entered the centi-billionaires. People like the Amazon founder, Jeff Bezos, your Bill Gates and Zuckerberg, they are centi-billionaires. Because just from March to now, this man made a lot of billions. Because if you look, everything has been channeled digital, you know, and the more we're using these particular systems, the more they're making money. So I feel that as African artists, we need to stop this thing of just wanting to consume. You see, I like what you have done. You have created your own TV channel. Look, it might be small now, but everything starts small and it's gonna grow very, very big because the way you are pushing, you know, I've seen people are sharing this particular program and your initiative is one of its kind. It's the first time you've got a young woman in South Africa bringing young people and artists in particular from around Africa together into one platform. That is something very big because we have never had an opportunity to work together as young artists because we always want to appear on Channel O and on your MTV base in all our countries. Our governments and those who are running the creative industry, they always want to bombard us with Western American content, you know. So I feel that as artists, we need to understand also the copyright. I like what one artist was saying, this is my time to train my voice. It's my time to read. I mean, what do you do when you're at home under lockdown? You spend the whole week in your house or you go out buying food and so on. I mean, there's a lot of things that people can do, you know. So for example, me in particular, I'm venturing into the social space. But I'm tired of always tweeting celebrities on Twitter and Instagram. So I want the heart of the business in the space. I want to create apps that talks to people. I want people to use some things that we create, because I feel as creative. I mean, you cannot be creative and poor at the same time. Then there's a problem. What is creativity with and poverty? Because people who are creative are the people who must create solutions. Mara, are we creating solutions for our own countries? Because if you look at how Zuckerberg works, if they see somebody create something, they buy it because they want to control the monopoly, you know. So I'm saying, I'm challenging every artist here to say, this is a good platform and we must have more of this platform. I like what you said as well, to say we must be able to visit I think in Ghana, the festival. You know, I was once in Brazil. I went to Brazil in 2018 and I also went to Morocco, you know. I was very amazed when I met artists there, you know. I saw the standard is very high compared to here in South Africa. Because, for example, those artists I met, it was a music conference. I was a delegate there, as I'm also a board member of a Bushito Music Conference. In fact, I'm the youngest board member there, because the people who are there is doctors and so on, and CEOs and so on. But I went to Brazil and Morocco, but I met young artists. Those artists, because they will have to come to us as the panelists, we have to listen to their material and music. The artists will show you their music, and they will show you their YouTube channel. They come with the memory stick with their profile and their song. They give it to you. They come with a CD. They were well organized. I think as artists, we need to organize ourselves. You know, more. We must be very organized, and let's take ourselves as business. Because a lot of artists, they don't take themselves as a business. They just think, no, I'm going to be famous. Look, fame without a proper mindset doesn't take anybody anywhere. Because you can be famous for a year or two, after that you collapse. We need to create African artists who become famous and venture into other businesses so that we create brands which are sustainable. But I think we're listening. There's been a very great debate here and engagement by different artists. And I like the fact that people are not just talking of problems. You know, I don't like to talk about problems in my life. When I see a problem, I find a solution. Look, today we're talking about the digital space. You can have a problem, because if you go to YouTube, for example, you type whatever problem you have, solution, you're going to get a solution. Myself, when I've got a problem with my car, before I call a mechanic, you know, I remember one day the car just started making a bell, you know, beep, beep. I didn't understand what was happening. So I went to YouTube, I checked car bell, what. Then I realized the only problem was just that one of the fuse was no longer working. I had to buy a new fuse. But what I'm trying to say is that to artists who are here and everybody listening on your Facebook, there is always a solution, you know, and the problems are not there to defeat you. Problems are just there to say to you, try again. You must find a way. Like if I was saying she was struggling with the Facebook, but she managed to find a way, you know. You don't give up in these things and think things are going to happen on their own. You need to challenge yourself. You need to challenge your thinking, you know. Like myself, I've been told by many people, you can never run the arts national in South Africa. You know what I'm saying? I never wanted to run the arts national, but I was having the drive to do something better for my community. So automatically, you are able to create a platform and you're able to work. And what I've realized is that you learn from other people. There's nobody who's a genius and mastermind. The more you engage with other people, you start to learn and grow. And even today, we're learning from each other. So mine, just to summarize, is just to say, artists must stop being in a comfort zone and chase fame. They must challenge themselves. Never be satisfied that you won an award for hip hop or for kwaito. You know, you must fight to become a big brand that will be able to represent Africa. Look at our country. We've got Miss World who comes from South Africa. So this simple means any black child has an opportunity. Every black child, as long as you challenge yourself, you can become what you want to become. We can't doubt our own women in South Africa and Africa in particular. And on this day of Women Month, I just want to wish all the women of the world in South Africa in particular a happy Women's Month. And we must not be, let's see what I was saying, we must not be scared of women because they are beautiful. And we must appreciate this beauty, because African beauty is one of the most unique things. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. President. That was very mouthful, and we really appreciate it. I think as Africans, we've got so much in common. I'm going to come to you, Dalikolo, because Dalikolo is one of the community builders in South Africa as well. But now, I'm just checking time. We're only left with 15 minutes. 15 minutes, and I know we've got so much to talk about.
Aye.
Not only going to be the first session and the last. It's not going to be the first and the last. I think we're going to still host another session because my people from Germany, UK, they are now shouting at me now. It's not my problem that they don't know how to use Zoom. And they've got all the resources that are more advanced than us Africans.
And you see, we do not it's not our issue, guys. Like, artists need to be aware of these things. That's why we're saying that let's only not focus on gigs. Let's also be knowledgeable in online things, artists. So, yeah, man, let's move along.
Yeah, I just want to ask, I see Melon. There's someone with the telephone titled Melon. I don't know who the gentleman or the lady is. I'm not too sure if he's one of the guests. If you can show your face or maybe just write a message on the platform so that I can know who you are. Because at times we log in and we don't actually log in or label our phones with our names. So I might be missing you if you're a guest or not. Please, just want to acknowledge you as well, but welcome. And then just to maybe come to the closing, or not the closing actually, closer to the closing of the show, I just want to tackle a few things, and maybe I'm going to direct this to Kasi Dredd in Cameroon. You know, Romeo has said it much. We are tired of us talking and talking and talking. As artists, we are the doers, man. We walk the talk. And sometimes I get so bored and confused about people who just talk, as if we are politicians. We are not politicians, we are artists. And I don't understand if we understand our role. You know what I mean? We've been hearing a lot that the South African Arts Forum is doing a lot in South Africa to help artists. But I just want to find out from your side, Kasi, and if maybe Zita can come in, because I'm aware that Zita, she owns an organization that is doing a lot for women in the Southern Cameroon. What exactly are you guys doing now to help other artists? You know, as much as we are affected by the COVID-19 and we don't have jobs anymore, what are the projects that you are involved in to help and assist artists so that they can at least make a living and have bread at the end of the day before they go to bed?
Hello, everybody. I go by the name Kasi Dredd. Actually, it's been a very difficult moment with the COVID-19 affecting almost the whole world, and we are not left out. Actually, the question about what we have been doing to help artists, okay, for me, I'm not like an organization, but I'm like somebody who always, I'm like an intermediary. I always talk with artists, like encourage them. Okay, let's think. What can we do? What do we take forward? So I decided to start something during when the COVID-19 started. I started something, and I actually affected other artists, and I saw so many people doing it. Something like a freestyle. I started doing a freestyle. I just get up in my house. I have some minutes of doing something because there was no way I could stay like that. As an artist, you always need to do something. Like when the president was talking, he said so many things that really got my interest and really inspired me, because you won't wait for people to do things for you. You have to get up to do those things. So as an artist, I got up, I started doing things for myself. And I didn't just end there. The COVID-19 is ending with me by releasing an official video. I'll releasing an official video on the 20th of this month of August, because I could not just stay like that. Staying like that was not encouraging myself, was not taking me to another step, because it's been a difficult moment. But how difficult it is, am I just going to stay like that? And after the COVID-19, I start back from zero? Concerning encouraging artists in general, I think Zita she's in a good position to talk about that, because she started something. And if Zita can remember what she started, I was the first person to say what she started, something like a New Breed Africa. It's a New Breed African Award. She started all these things it started up like an interview, same like this. We're talking on radio, I think so many years ago, if she can remember. Then she brought up these ideas, and after that, it evolved. And one day she called me, let's sit down. I want to show you a project. Let's go over it. When she showed me the project, it started involving people, this. But as an artist, I could not get so involved with that, but I kept on pushing her and kept on telling her ideas, my own ideas, and this worked for her. And I think that's one of the biggest, it has been the biggest award that ever took place in Southern Cameroon, in South Cameroon, in Bamenda. That's the biggest award that's ever taken place. Wow. I was one of the nominees. I was nominated that year, 2015. The first year I started as best video. I was nominated one of the best video. So I think it was something Zita, when she was talking about it as an artist, she just thought maybe, let me just start this. People had been doing awards in Bamenda. People have been doing shows. People have been doing things. But it was so surprising to people that somebody from nowhere brought up a show and an award that nobody has ever done. It was the biggest event. It was a trailing event. And I think concerning encouraging artists and how people can bring up artists, I think Zita is in a good position to tell us about that. I can talk more of talking to artists, like encouraging them and things like that. But with projects and moving ahead, I think Zita can tell us more about that, because she has been involved with so many artists, like almost all the artists of Northwest, of Southern Cameroon, Northwest region. I think she has been involved with almost all of them. So she can tell us what she has done during this period.
You can jump in. Zita, if you're there, you can jump in quickly. Zita? Is she hearing me?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Maybe you can just quickly jump in, because you know what, the reason I'm asking this question is because I've had like a 30-minute interview with you, and you have mentioned an amazing things that you are doing for young people in your country. And I think as artists, we need not to consider only ourselves and what we do as artists. And you know, they mentioned that artists, they are after fame. But I'm always driven by artists that are purpose-driven. And being purpose-driven, it's all about understanding that empowering others, it empowers you as well. And that's why you're gonna grow. And that's the eternal wealth that we artists will always need to consider. So maybe just some of the things that you are doing with the organizations for the artists or the young people in Cameroon, Southern Cameroon, sorry.
All right, thank you very much. It's a very important question. One of the things that I do this period is organize a lot of artist seminars and conferences for young people. Because number one of the things that hinders us a lot and keeps us down or limits our impact or our success is the fact that we have the wrong motives with what we do. The talent we have, we think it's just for us. We can do anything we want to do with the talent. So we go for our fame. As long as we can attract like 5, 10 women to ourselves, or 5, 10 boys to ourselves, to make us feel like we are the slay queens and the slay kings, it makes us comfortable. And just like President said, that what is creativity without success? What is creativity without evident prosperity with what you do? So what I do is I organize a lot of conferences and seminars this period to do, number one, orientation. Why do we have these talents that we have? Are they just for us to show off that we are talented? No, these talents are there for us to impact on ourselves and on our society. If we cannot look like the acts that we profess that we are doing, then we are just wasting our time. We must be true role models at what we do. So I orientate them to make them know that the talents that we have are for societal impact, transformation of lives. So number one, let us fix our motives. Let us fix our purposes of doing the arts. Number two, what I do is organize sessions for talent development. Meaning that if you are an artist in Southern Cameroon and you want to improve on your talent, be it singing, be it instrumentation, I connect you to people who do train on instruments so that you can better what you are doing. If you are a singer, I do vocal training. So I organize those sessions and I'm open to those that want to do voice training so that you train on your voice and you better the voice. Another thing that I encourage with artists here is that they should sit down and study what they are doing well. Because I realize that a lot of us really don't know what we are doing. We think we know, but we really don't know. Just like one of the artists in Cameroon said, Salatiel Salah, he said, there is a fictional realm of success that artists have created in their minds. Meanwhile, their reality is actually not what they think they are. So sometimes we need to put down this celebrity thing in our brains, just like you said. We need to put it down, and then we face the reality. You are an artist, you are still begging for 100 francs. You are an artist, you are still roaming the streets with slippers on your feet, and you've been singing for 10 years, for 15 years. Then something is wrong, definitely wrong somewhere. It's not about the fame. It's not about the many people that you attract to yourself. Can you even help one person by the result of what you are doing if you cannot put down your pride and pick your art from scratch? Learn how to make it produce practical results. I might not be very famous around me, but I can tell you that I'm making little money from what I do because I've decided to sit down, put down the celebrity thing in my brain and go in to work and better the skills so I can be called up to do backup for choruses. I can be called up to sing in different events. It might be small events, but I have something little from it that proves that I am working. The next thing I do is organize platforms where we actually celebrate the artists that are making positive impact and are committed to what they do. Just like Cassie mentioned, the New Breed Africa Celebrity Awards is one of the awards that it's actually a pioneering award in Southern Cameroon, and it is growing to be bigger in Cameroon, engulfing actually the sons and daughters of the Northwest region from across the world. And we intend to grow it further. We actually hand over like at least 34 trophies every year in each edition of the award, because we want to push the artists forward, especially those that are into positive impact, so that those that are just lousy about their talent, they can start organizing themselves, they can start disciplining themselves to use their talents for the right purposes if they would be appreciated, publicly celebrated by awards. And irrespective of the COVID-19, I'm not giving up. 2019, we still did it. And 2020, we are about to launch the 4th edition of New Breed Africa Celebrity Awards. And I'm not ready to give up. No matter how tough the challenges are, I believe that the greatest of men are people who have risen from the place of challenges. So I'm taking advantage of the COVID-19 or whatever challenges we are facing. I'm going on with the projects, the award projects, the artist projects, the humanitarian projects, like there is no problem at all. It might be difficult, it might be tough, but we must keep pushing. Those who truly make it at the end are people who never give up in the face of challenges. So I don't give up. I'm insisting on artists. I also have radio programs that I do, like Meet the Stars. It also has an online platform where I promote artists, I do interviews, I play their songs, and I encourage them to keep moving with what they do. I also have the Breed Without Greed on CBS Radio, FM 101.0 Bamenda, where I interview artists. I do a lot of orientation on artists and community development, artists and contribution to the betterment of the world. So I believe that if we continue to put in this energy from all angles, we are actually going to make a lot of impact, and artists are going to see how they can make a financial success from their talent, and at the same time still impact on the society positively with what they do. So these are basically the things I do. I have Top Dance Festival, which is actually encouraging dance talent in African dance talent in Southern Cameroon. I have Gospel Music Festival, which is one of the projects of New Breed Africa Foundation as well, which is promoting gospel music. There are a lot of projects that I run on ground, seminars, promotional platforms, developmental platforms for artists, and then media platforms just for the orientation, development, and promotion of talent here in Southern Cameroon. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Wow. Wow, Zita. Wow. No, you know, Evhá, today I'll rather be here and get my data finished than being my phone and looking at the same people, checking people's statuses. I'm very inspired. She's a leader, Zita. You are a leader. Keep doing the great work. Before Evhá speaks, I just want to let you guys know that those who have not raised their points or their questions, this is your platform, guys. Before we close, I'm so touched. I'm so moved. I think this is the time for everyone to speak up, because this happened for a reason. Today, you're not going to live the same. That's what we do not want in our sessions, living the same people. If you've got questions, the floor is open, guys.
You know, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just listening to this woman. She's just alone. Alone. Huh? She is not a group. Alone, but she's doing so much.
Yo, I'm so touched.
As we complain about one thing,
yo,
with what Zita has said, I want to go back to okay, let me just mute someone. Can you just mute yourselves? I'm getting the feedback. Yes. I want to go back to Tumelo and Tando. I've got young people on my group since I've started GudTV Africa, and I'm not gonna take the glory alone. GudTV, we are a team. It's myself, it's Zen Tuesday, and then it's a Soulful X, and then it's John who's responsible for the content. Soulful will also be responsible for other things like radio as well that we're gonna implement very soon. And then we've got other guys that are interested to join us. And when I asked them a question, these young people, why would you want to join Evhá? And then they said, we are tired of waiting for opportunities to come to us. And I think Costa, the reason why other artists are not progressing in the provinces is because lack of opportunities. Let me say something. We heard Zita. You don't wait for the opportunities to be created for you. You create your own opportunities. She said, artists to sit down and look at what is missing in their craft. You need to develop craft on a daily basis, but then also if you want to do something, you look at the gap. When I was talking to Zen, I said, Zen, we already have SACHIVE in South Africa. SACHIVE, which is doing a lot of things. When we embarked on the discussions like this, I went back to SACHIVE and I said, I want to see what you guys are doing. This is what we want to do. And instead of me coming here with Zen and my team, talk about or duplicate the conversations, we decided to say, no, we're not going to do that, because why? That is a competition, and that is what's killing our artists. You want to compete with other people. You want to show how better you are, which is not taking you anywhere, because at the end of the day, we are serving the same purpose, the same people. I don't know if we're getting this right. So we then said, no, we're not going to do that. And with me, I really don't care if you want to compete with me. I don't compete with anyone. The only person I compete with is myself. If I beat myself, then I have beaten the world. But all I'm saying is, as artists, we can't wait for the opportunities to come to us. Let's create them. Zita, I don't know, she is the Ooh, I don't know. My sister, I don't know what you have done to me. You have made me think. You have made me to think, Uguti Eva, you are doing nothing compared to what you are doing. And I know that Gladstone can attest to what you were saying, because he's doing a lot also in Ghana. I know that for sure. Dalukolo, he's doing a lot. He's taking young kids to the world, traveling the countries. He's doing so much. I mean, the president of SACAF, he's doing so much. But all I'm saying is, here is the person, one man, one woman doing so much on her own. La Costa, I think that has answered your question. No more saying no connection. No more saying there's no resources. No more saying that there's no opportunities. If I can share you something, the Southern Cameroon, if you were to compare to South Africa, they're the most impoverished people ever as compared to us. Those people, they don't have much, but we've got so much as I see right now. So let's stop complaining. Now, moving forward, I have Sia. Sia, he's been raising his hand. And I think he's got a question for one of our people. And I think after Sia, I'm going to give a chance to Dalukolo. The reason why Dalukolo, I'm actually putting behind Sia, because I know you are a communist, an activist, and also a community builder. So I think if Sia has a question, you might answer one of those questions. But Sia, I'm not saying that you should not direct your question to any specific person that you want to ask a question to. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm aware that a lot of people are watching us on Facebook as well, which is very great. Just know that we are not only educating ourselves, but we're also educating the world here. And then Katleho, I'm going to close with you. Katleho is from Lesotho, the artist representing Lesotho. He had a very bad connection, so that's why he disconnected. Now he's back again. And after Katleho, I think I'm just going to wrap it up and then we call it a night. Sia, over to you. Okay. Can you see her? Can you just shift a little bit, Sia, from where you're disconnecting a little bit, my brother. But in the meantime, while you are still shifting, let me just
thank you for good evening, ladies.
Evening.
How are you?
We are so well, my dear. Just to save time, yeah, I would like you to just ask your question quickly or your comment.
Okay. What I wanted to know is, will we ever make it to the global level coming from our continent? Accustomed to, fashionable slave.
Sia, your connection is very bad. I'm not too sure which network you're using. Can I understand?
Because most of the artists,
Yeah.
Okay. What I'll just write the question.
Okay. Sia, please listen.
Yebo.
Your connection is very bad. I'm gonna advise you write down. You write on the platform your question because you are cutting big time. Please just write it down. And I think we will have some of our guests and some of our people here to answer to your question. In the meantime, I'm going to move to Dalukolo, but please type your question quickly. Dalukolo, I would like you to jump in. I'm not going to ask you any question. I think you've got so much to share with us because you've been listening to everybody. So please jump in quickly.
Yeah, I hope everyone can hear me. I've been struggling with network, but I think most of the things that I wanted to say has been said by leadership. I said most of the things that I wanted to actually say. I think the thing that I can add to what he said is artists that have made it or are up there must send the lift down for artists that are still growing. When I say send the lift down, it's making things easier for the young artists, for the black artists, for the artists in our communities. For example, as someone said, I'm moving to Joburg to look for opportunities. When you've made the little that you've made in Joburg, do come back to your community and try to help those people, because the challenges that I think La Costa said, the challenges that they're facing, hence people are moving, disconnection, and also the biggest thing is funds. which Leadership Romeo also touched on. We need to support each other as Black people so that we can try and create our own. Because if you go to African festivals, you get paid a lot, even as a Black artist, if you participate in this African level. Whereas the National Art Festival, which that we have in South Africa, you find that people are getting very little money. And it's true what Leadership Romeo is saying, that just fame without money is not getting us anywhere. We need to make sure these two things balance, because we've got a lot of people that we call celebrities, which I always refer to them as TV stars, that are there for the fame. And that's why it's so easy for them to do things in order to be there. Either they do favors for certain people, whereas artists will tell you that I won't sleep my hour, I will get my talent and my hardware to show, you know. So we get these people that are getting so quickly. So we need to invest in ourselves and create our own things and reject small productions and all those things. Because I know when I did a production, which was a big production, and I got paid, I was the least paid, I think, on the production. And at first I didn't understand, but when I spoke to my mentor, that from that show I was on SAT2, and a lot of people why when the director of the show has a production company, and ever since I met him there, I've been doing movies with him. And when I do movies in his production company, I get paid very well now. It can be a stepping stone. And then what I do now is that my activity is pushing guys, houses that are trying to come up with films and all those things. When I go to them, I can work for free because I know them, and I also not work for free. I also teach to help wherever I can so that they also grow, and I connect them to these things. And a lot of artists audition because they feel that they don't show spread. But it's something to invite people. I always invite my friends that they come, maybe to audition, and some whole artists can children, but try and get the app. If you
we are losing you a little bit, my brother. Yeah, the connection is a bit bad. You are cutting off now. Can you hear me? All right, I think he's battling with the connection. So ladies and gentlemen, just before we close, there's a few things that I wanted to mention. You know, whenever we do things as Africans, we need to always bear in mind that let's do things for a reason. And I don't want this dialogue to just be a dialogue and then tomorrow it's forgotten. This dialogue is starting now, but it's gonna turn into a television show. So please bear that in mind. This is the beginning of it, this is the foundation of it. And just know that when it becomes a television program, I'll be working in partnership with SCBC TV, and hopefully I'll be working with Sarchive as well on the show. We just need to finalize in terms of the elements of the partnerships when we bring other people, how we're gonna do it. So with SCBC is a Southern Cameroon Broadcasting Corporation that I'm working with, or that I've been working with in the past 4 years. So GudTV, they're trying to learn a lot of things from the guys as well, and as much as we're also learning from the other people. So moving forward, I'm gonna ask some of you guys to also become presenters on the show, because I think you will be best presenters to represent your country. Who am I to represent what Cameroon is or what Lesotho is? That's why today we decided to give Tumelo Motene, who is also one of the designers and / aspiring presenter from Lesotho. And you will be seeing different faces that are going to be representing in their countries or artists in those countries. It's just going to be one hell of a big show. And I'm saying, don't get tired when I call you back. And those that we were not able to get them online, we are still going to go back. And hopefully we will have another session like this in September, if not October. We just need to prepare it nicely. So the other thing is, the end of August, we are hosting an international festival online. We're gonna have some of the very same artists online here. We're going to be hosting them on the festival, and then in September as well. I think we're going to do it twice, if not mistaken. So if you're an artist and you are based in other countries, including South Africa, you want to form part of this festival, please just let us know. So each and every county, they need to prepare their 15 minutes live performance video. We don't want the music video, but we want you to take footage of yourself performing live, and then you send it to us. We edit it nicely so that we can present a good thing to the world. The purpose of the international festival, as much as it is international, we're going to have people from the UK, the USA, or wherever. The main purpose is to represent Africans, sell African artists on that festival. And we're trying to connect with BBC and see how can we connect the international festival to them. We are talking to the people in the UK as well that are working with the SCBC TV to see if this festival, when it comes, maybe it happens in September, then it's much more bigger. We get a bigger sort of like an audience, you know. So I would plead with you that when I call you back, especially the big artists that are coming from other countries, when we call you back, don't try and drop the phone on us, because we are media. We are media, and media can either build you or destroy you, but we're not here to destroy anybody. The other third thing that I want to mention is that as GudTV Africa, we want to create or establish collaborations, and the collaborations, they start tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, they start tonight. We've heard what Ghana is doing. At Gladstone, he has opened his doors for us. He will give us an information on what to do in order for us to form part of that festival. We do understand that in 2020, there's no way that we can attend the festival, but I've advised him that as much as you guys are so glued up on the domestic things are done online. They must do the festival online, you know, but he said it's something that they are still trying to sort out. But I said, Africans, they want to form part of your festival. The guy in India, he also said he wants to come to your festival at Gladstone in Ghana. So maybe if we can just share with the artists also on the Facebook platform, they also want to know how can they go about it. And then Zita Light, you have mentioned a lot of projects that you are doing that side, including the awards. I think maybe those awards, as much as they belong to the Southern Cameroon people, try and open them up a little bit. Maybe just acknowledge some of our artists that we can give you. We can go to Archive, check one of the artists that are doing good things as well, and maybe you include them as guests, whatever category, under the category that you can choose, it's fine. Because as GudTV Africa, we're also going to have our own international awards. But with ours, we are not competing with Zitalight or anybody else. We are simply acknowledging artists that are having or owning foundations that are building the young people in their communities. Because we want to encourage artists that the money is not yours alone. When God gives you something, he says, go and empower others. Because before you became whatever that you became today, somebody supported you, somebody encouraged you, somebody empowered you. So we want to encourage as many artists across the world to do the same thing. And then lastly, there's a festival that's happening in Lesotho. It's called Takufe Festival. I've been in talks with the people that are doing Takufe Festival. They work in partnership with the Department of Tourism, I think, yes. So they want to invite us. And I think I would like to direct this to Zitalight, Archive. I'm not too sure. Okay, the German guy is not here. The Ghana, Gladstone. They want international artists to form part of Takufe, but this year they decided that they're not going to go online, they're not going to do anything but for next year. But then their preparation, they start as early as September this year. So we want big collaborations, we want big partnerships, we want our artists to circulate around Africa until we get to America, to wherever, but knowing that we are strong together. Now the last thing, Sia is a producer, DJ La Costa, you're a producer. We want to form, we are planning to do about 3 or 4 songs. Artists from South Africa, Ghana, wherever, we're gonna do those collaborations. I'm not too sure about Kasi, if you're interested in this, but we would like to collaborate with big artists for our young artists. It's a form of empowerment, you know? So you don't have to worry about you paying for us. No, you do your bit, we do our bit. Whoever is doing their bit, we put things together, and this will be presented on Amber Tunes. So Amber Tunes is going to grow bigger because we are also going to market other artists from other countries. So the reason why. So we would like to collaborate with you guys, and Sia as a producer, La Costa as a producer, please just be ready for that, because we're gonna come back to you guys and say, give us the beats. They are vocalists, we send you the beat. You know how things are done. We don't have to literally go to Cameroon to record the song. I can send you the beat, you can send me the voices, we do things together. We say, take the footage there, we take the footage down here. We get people like John or whoever the editor is, they put things together. The next thing we go to Sarchive. Sarchive, you've got connections and multi-choice. Multi-choice is worldwide things. Take this video to a multi-choice, let it be played, and the world knows us. That's how we create opportunities for ourselves. So I'm pleading with everyone on this group that this is what we are going to do. And I'm not saying that I'm not a South African, I'm an African. As much as I belong to South Africa, I'm an African. And I do this for my people. You are doing this for your people in Cameroon, in Namibia, in Lesotho. So don't come as an individual. You are their representative. And we are simply saying we are taking our people to the world. Tumelo and Tando, they are aspiring TV presenters. They only started today. So I would like you guys to please give them a round of applause. And, you know, we're not asking to be paid. Just give us a platform. Just give us the experience, the opportunity. So like I said, the opportunity, you created yourself. You don't wait for it to come to you. So they came to us, and that's what we decided to do. We are giving them the opportunity. So lastly, Katleho from Lesotho, I want you to give us something in closing, because we never had a chance. I'm not too sure if he's still here. I think he is. Let me just quickly check him, because he said he's back online. Okay, I think he's gone again. All right, fine, it's fine. I would like Zen. Yes, Zen. I don't know if you've got any last words, and then the president as well, and then I will close with Gladstone. Oh, and Cassie. So I'm just gonna give you guys 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. So I've got 5 people that I've mentioned. It's Zen, it's the president, it's Cassie, it's Gladstone, and the last person would be Tumelo, representing Lesotho, because you, Tando, we've already represented you, ne? All right, yes, Zen?
Thank you, Evhá. Thank you. What I'd like to say is that it is very important that wherever you are as a person, whether it's a section, whether it's a project, you do not live the same. And I'd like to confirm that today I live a different person. Today I live with something I've learned, that whether I've been pushing what I'm doing from 2014, training young girls to be who they are today, it's not enough if Zita is doing such things. And then another thing, let's form partnerships, let's work together, because like the president always says, that if we go to arts and culture and we are 20 representing each other's brand, definitely we're gonna get funding. But the thing is, we'd like to go alone. We like going alone as Evhá, as Zen. We're not gonna make it. We need to come together. Today, it was better that I'm here than being on people's statuses, viewing statuses that are not gonna take me anywhere. And today I left with something. I don't know if we're still gonna answer Sia's question there, Evhá. Please check it out. And then thank you guys so much. Thank you for coming in today. It was very productive.
Yeah, I will answer it last, and then let all the speakers speak, and then I will answer it. Okay, Mr.
Yeah, no, I think Uriah, from my side, let me appreciate all the guests and yourself as the host. What a progressive show. Yeah, but I think I'm not gonna speak much. People have spoken, you know, because I know also if we all, it's not a speaking contest. It's a building each other kind of program. Yeah. So I think for me, it's just to say to everyone who's here, stop only thinking or other people have got a solution for your life and the world. You also have a solution yourself. Mm-hmm. So our demand as Sarchive is the cultural and the creative economy in our lifetime. Because as we speak, the economy is being enjoyed by the big multinational companies and those in those big countries like America. So we are saying we are demanding African solutions to African problems. And I'm challenging everyone here to seek to create platforms, not to just consume and use platforms, because the only way we can shape the future of Africa is when we become solution solvers, not always talking about problems. And let's stop doing things that everybody is doing. Yeah. Because the only way to succeed is to do unique things and come up with solutions to the world's problem. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. President. Over to you, Casidred.
Hello. Okay. I wanted to hit on the point that together we are stronger. Together we are really stronger. Before the start of this program, somebody asked me, after this program, are you going to have a collabo with all those artists on the poster? I smile, I say, until the end of the program. And Evhá said something like, I should record with the artist, like I should not feel it big. No, I'm that artist. I'm ready to work with anybody that's serious. And this, I think that's the best idea I'm getting from this. Like then she learned something, me, I'm learning, I'm getting a collabo from this. I didn't just come here to talk with people and learn other things. I'm gaining a collabo and international collabos with so many artists, and I think I'm ready for that. So I'll end with just like informing people that I'll be dropping a song. I'll be dropping a hit on the 20th of August. I'll be dropping a new song. It's titled Maria. So if you can go to my YouTube, subscribe, Casidred Official. And after that, I'll be hoping and waiting for this collab because I can't just wait. I need something to tell people where I come from. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I will actually list all the social media handles of all the artists that we're supposed to have today and those that we had today, so that in case you want to connect with them, you can. But then in terms of the collaborations, if you want to work with those artists, you can come through us because obviously, you know, it's business. So we need to do things the right way. Over to you, Gladstone. Yes, I think you are the last person.
Okay, Evhá, thank you so much. I'm excited to be part of this great house. And I've learned a lot from Zita. Zita talks a lot. I've really learned a lot.
We've lost you a little bit there.
And then I'm really happy. And I'm very happy to be part of this event, like this particular conference. And Evhá, I've really learned a lot from Zita. And everyone, this true GudTV Africa, because our doors are open for any collaboration, both the theater, anything sort of events in Ghana. And looking forward to invite most all of you to Ghana next year. Yeah, God willing.
Well, let me just give my two more.
Thank you.
Online the chance. Preshi, she's still busy.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Hello.
Your last words, my darling, to everyone.
I'd just like to say thank you for the opportunity to be on this platform. I've learned a lot and hope to see you in the future.
Thank you. Kiddo G from Namibia. Your last words.
Okay, I would really like to thank you for giving us this opportunity to share ideas and get knowledge, especially through this. It's I learned a lot, and I hope it won't only stop here. It will progress, and I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Thank you.
That's beautiful. Let me see. Okay, Sia, he wrote on our platform, he says, I'm also interested in the collaboration, mostly with artists from other countries. Well, Sia, you are our man. You are on, darling. We're going to have you as a producer because I know you produce good music as well together with DJ Costa. Kiroji, he also says, I'm interested in collaborating in music as well. Guys, we're just going to have one big hit, African hit. Hey, President Sakai. There we go. There we go. We are putting you on the spot, my president. You know me, eh? I am very persuasive. So I'm going to be knocking on your door. But firstly, I understand that I need to do my part So when I come to the president, I know that I've done my part. At times, we just go to knock on these big people's doors without us playing our part. So I'll be doing my part. And as I come knocking on your door, I'll make sure that everything is complete. Ladies and gentlemen, before we conclude tonight's dialogue, I would like to take an opportunity to actually thank you so much for being here tonight. I know that you are so busy. You've got so many things that you are busy with, but you really took time to come and you know, celebrate with us as women in South Africa, but also saying, let's talk as artists. And everybody has spoken mouthful. Makoro, thank you so much. You've been sitting right there by your corner listening to everybody, but I know you've got so much to talk about. I know you've got so much to talk about, and next time we're going to give you a chance because we would like everybody to participate. And Tumela from Lesotho, thank you for representing your country very well. I think your people are watching. I've got a lot of people that are watching online. And guys online, if you are watching and you are not yet out of the platform, please just make sure that next time you form part of us. And I would like you guys to ask questions. I think you have heard a bit about these guys, what they're doing, the challenges that they go through, the projects that they are working on to empower other people. You also have something that I know you are busy with. So come to us, talk to us, and let all African artists learn from you as well. So ladies and gents, GudTV will be hosting their next session next week, Thursday. But next week, Thursday, we will be focusing on unemployment in South Africa. And we are bringing solutions. We are bringing opportunities. So we're going to be talking to companies. I have been busy with them, talking to the companies that are offering job opportunities, those that are offering trainings. You know, I'm not talking about trainings where you need to pay. No, they pay for you because we don't have money. We don't have money. So they are offering these opportunities, and we'll be presenting them to you, and also educating you about online opportunities, which website. And I'm talking about legal websites that you can go and log into and find work opportunities that are paying you on a daily basis. So guys, this is for free. I have paid some of these people to come and give you that training. So please don't disappoint me. When especially that you're looking for a job, come and meet us next week. So myself and Zen and the whole entire team from GudTV Africa, I would like to thank you and may God bless you.
Thank you, Ma Africa.
So my people, I'm just going to log out. Thank you so much. I love you. Bye, bye, bye.
Thank you, guys.